Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Demi and I'm back with another video. And we're going to talk about the Toronto Raptors and what they're committing to right now. If you're new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get this video started for today. The Toronto Raptors are pretty much committing to a rebuild. Why do I say this? Because the Raptors can't be running the same unit back with Pascal, Siakam, Vanvleet, and OG Anunoby, and not going anywhere in the playoffs. The Raptors now, from what I've seen this past season, they didn't make any moves or even wanting to go to the playoffs at the beginning of the season. They went too late in pushing for it at the trade deadline and getting Jakob. This now makes it worse because he's a free agent this year along with the guys you have in Gary, Trent, and Vanvleet. As for many Raptors fans, you have many questions and I'll address this to you in this video today as from my own perspective as a fan myself. The Toronto Raptors, they had a good moment this season and they had their bad moments as it's been a roller coaster, but them committing to a rebuild is a step in the right direction. If they commit to this rebuild, here's what they have to do. First, with the NBA draft coming up, the Toronto Raptors have all assets in their bag. This can mean they can trade up in the draft for a prospect like Scoot Henderson, Brandon Miller, or staying back and keeping their 13th pick to add to this team. And also you can draft guys like Casey Wallace, Nick Smith, Jordan Hawkins, and other prospects that I'll mention in another video. With the Raptors team committing to a rebuild, I think it really fits well with this team. With the Raptors team committing to pretty much a rebuild as we see it now, as they already got a new coach in their hands. If I want to add more to this team, I'll call the Blazers or the Rockets to see what they have to offer for moving up in the draft for picks 3 or 4 in this year's draft class. Maybe you might have traded for Pascal Siakam to move up in this year's class, but it'll be perfect in boosting the rebuilding stage for the Raptors and getting picks and young players to build around Scotty Barnes and other players on his team going into the future. Offloading players for picks would work amazing for this Raptors team to kickstart the rebuild as they're not a contending team at this moment. Secondly, free agency. Yes, I know your key players like Fred and Gary Trent will want a lot of money this year, but I think if you want to extend someone, that's Jakob, as the Raptors need clearly a center to hold it down, and he clearly does that, though he can't really shoot a lot. But he does everything you can ask for on the floor. If you can keep Fred and Gary Trent, it would be nice, but I wouldn't pay them too much and keeping their services here in Toronto. But the Raptors getting this rebuild done, if you can add some veterans like Cam Reddish, Josh Hart, or someone of that nature, it would be clearly better than overpaying both Fred VanVleet and Gary Trent this summer. But Masai Ujiri, if he doesn't want to change his roster, it will be a nightmare. Or you can also trade some guys to shed salary as well. For the Toronto Raptors, honestly, for this season, if they do everything in free agency and the draft as they already did as their coaching search, I'm pretty sure it should help them go in the right direction, as it's clearly looking they want to rebuild and add some tools to their team to contend for a championship in the near future. But that's the video on the Raptors and why they're clearly going into a rebuild and what they have to do. So if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're on the road to 300 now, so I appreciate the support and everything else y'all are giving me. And I'm gone, bro. Peace out.